in there. And next issue this is issue number 3. Inside it pictures number 1 and 2, and it has the these are only like 24 to 30 pages. It says in issue 1, I'll just go over the retro games. Retro reviews: ColecoVision Carnival and Tarzan, Atari 2600 Kaboom, and Television Astro Smash. DJC, you would have loved that. So, and then in the second issue for retro games, it reviewed for ColecoVision Q*bert, and Television Demon Attack. That's my favorite game. So there you go. We have something going there, DJC. In issue 1, your Astro Smash was reviewed. And in issue number 2, Demon Attack was reviewed for Intellivision. And then for Atari 2600, Cluster's Revenge. But it covers toys. This was around the time Saturn was out. So you could see where on this page they were covering the Saturn light gun and stuff. So I had to pick this up. I've never seen it before. So whenever I go to a convention and I see, that's what I look for, because I pretty much have everything I want as far as games and systems go. So I always look for paperwork, intriguing magazines that I've never seen before, books that people, make today like this. I'd rather support a small guy like this that put his heart and soul into this book because it was his favorite game. And who don't like Friday the 13th? It's not the greatest game, but you need a strategy guide. I'd rather have this than one of those Prima strategy guys that was mass produced. And not only that, I'd rather have this. And then 1 second, sorry. And then another pickup was this. I always wanted to get this. I've seen them on eBay. I've seen them on Macari. It doesn't have the thermos, but it's no big deal to me because I don't collect lunch boxes. I have a few. I think I got a Rambo one, a Happy Days one. And the only one I have complete with the mug is a Sesame Street one. And I have a Batman one. The only metal ones is the Rambo. And what's the other one? I have metal. Rambo. The other one I mentioned, Happy Days. Those are the 2 metal ones I have. Neither of them have the thermos, but I like displaying them on my shelf in my game room. This one, it doesn't have, but I figured I could put games or controllers in here for the Atari. The thermos would have went up here. If I ever come across the thermos for cheap, a good price, I'll pick it up. But it's got the yellow Aladdin handle on top. Sometimes those are broken off. It does need a cleaning, but I restore everything I buy if it needs to be. Sometimes I like the wear. Like on the metal ones, when they have some dents here and there and some rust here and there, it tells a story, makes it interesting. Like this one still has the UPC sticker, so I don't want to wreck that. These are stickers too. They're glossy, but I don't want to wreck those or damage those. So the hinges are good on it. It just needs a cleaning, But like I said, I do that all the time. So, and then this poster that I have behind me, I didn't get this at the retro show. For you classic movie guys out there, I know Brett Weiss would love this, or Cinemassacre. This is a big poster board, and my daughter-in-law Amy picked this up for me at a thrift store for $1, and it's sealed. And I thought that was so awesome. I'll probably put this in the hang. I got Like my garage is kind of made up into my extra things. So I'll probably put that in my garage. I thought that was pretty cool. It's a full size. So I just wanted to show you that while I'm at it. And then, how long are we into this video? We're 38 minutes, so it's going to be a two-parter again. All right, so if it's going to be a two-parter, I might as well show the rest of what I got here, too, in the mail today. So this is a pickup, not at the show. Very cool, though. I had to get this for you television fans, especially like DJC. Okay, so what we have here is a cutout from a newspaper which has comics on the back. But the reason why I purchased this is because when are you going to find stuff like this? Now this is a half-page newspaper. I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna try to get it close, but it's this whole page is on the Intellivision. It was promoting the release or the drawing or tournament or something. I have to read it better. Dungeons and Dragons for Mattel Intellivision, where it has first 21st prizes is the system with the voice. 102nd prizes was a fantasy package where you get the game and a bunch of other goodies. And then the 1,003rd prizes was a t-shirt. And 2,004th prize was a Dungeons and Dragons book. And then it also has some send-aways here. If you guys want to freeze that and check that out. All in television products there. And if you want to see the prizes, there's also on there. It was right there. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, I mean, imagine finding that shirt, that t-shirt, or even the book. The book maybe you can find because they gave out 2,000 of those. The shirt, they gave out 1,000. We know the story with the shirts. They get worn, washed, torn, and mom throws them out and uses them to wipe windows. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. 3 great offers. An ad from Intellivision. The only thing is the paper's been cut. Right? It says on the comic 10/31, so I'm thinking that's October 31st is the date on the the month and day on of the paper, but then this ad says 1982. So I'm thinking this is from October 31st, 1982. But like it's been cut, the top page has been cut, so I don't know what paper this came from. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then I got a couple more paperwork items in the mail. Let's see if I can get this open quick for you guys, because this video is going forever. It's gonna be an hour total for these 2 videos. As always, I always end up rambling. And the Rambling Man, there's a shout out to you. Good guy. Rambling Man. Check him out on YouTube. He's funny. Okay, so what do we got here? So now here, it's double packed. So I gotta open this one. I don't remember exactly which one this is, but also it's paperwork as well, some type of paperwork. Okay, now this is, again, a newspaper ad. This one has the full page. So this one is from Friday, October 18th 1991, and it was in the Atlanta Journal. And it's a full-page ad of Super Nintendo. I don't know if I can get this all in, but ooh, it has that smell like that. Like that cellar smell, but a good cellar smell. It's not water damaged at all. It just has that, that musty smell, but that's good. And then I didn't see what's inside this. I was hoping there was something cool inside, which there probably is. A hi-fi buy showing some TVs, radios. Nothing too interesting to show you. And then there's some write-ups here about they were dancing in the streets of Atlanta because of the Braves winning the World Series. Something on that. And nothing much on the other side, but this is what I got it for. Now, see, this guy, whoever had this, kept it as a full page. Well, because it is a full page, but I'm saying he didn't tear it down the middle. He kept it like this, which I prefer, because if I decide to frame it, I'll just frame it, the way it is. And isn't that cool? I have a lot of these framed already. I'll show them off sometime. Atari. So what it shows on here is Macy's introduces Nintendo latest home video gaming system, 16-bit Super Nintendo Entertainment. It was on sale for $199.99. Saved $25. Okay. All right. Now this is back in '91, and the Super Nintendo was almost $200, and Tommy's trying to get Miko out for $250 in this day and age. So there you go. It's got the Game Boy here. It's got one of those. I have one of these where you put the cartridges in. That was $10, $9.99. A cleaning kit for $4.99. Some third-party controllers. Game Genie was $59.99. And it, what else here? Recharge, what's this? Oh, the Game Boy was priced at $89.99 at this time. And this was at Macy's. And then there's a little write-up here. Join us today through Saturday, October 19th. In the Macy's stores, we celebrate the introduction of the Nintendo Super System. First place, Nintendo 16-bit Super NES. Second place, a Nintendo Action Set. Third place, Nintendo Game Boy. So look at all these giveaways they used to do back then, and these type of things, So I thought this is the kind of stuff I like. So that another newspaper ad. And then here, my last thing. These all came in today when I got home from work. They were at the doorstep because my wife, she's not here today. So perfect night to do a long video. And I'm surprised during this whole video, my parents haven't called. We talk every day. Always talk to your family. Your parents especially. I mean, I'm close with my family. I think it's an Italian thing. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of you are, but a lot of, like my father, he used to fight with his parents, with his siblings a lot. Because they came from a big family and they came from the old country. So they were stubborn. So if one didn't want to give in and be the one to, say that's enough, they would be stubborn and not talk for sometimes months, years, sometimes days. But we're not like that today. Like, I've never gotten in a fight with my sisters. I have two sisters. I've never gotten into a fight with either one of them to where we didn't talk for even a week. But again, when my parents were growing up, it was a different time. They went through a lot in the old country. And they came to America. I was born in '69. They were born in Italy. And I mean, Tommy has a similar story. I'm not a shill, by the way. Just don't point at me as being a shill. I've been honest all the way through. I pointed out negatives. I pointed out positives. So, so here's a good item that I came across. Here's a Sears catalog. I have other Sears catalogs that, feature toys, and they're the actual ones, like the thick ones that show everything, clothing. I have a whole collection of those. But this one, this is almost like a little magazine. I've never seen this before. And you can see there, it's from what year? It doesn't say the year here. I might be able to find it inside. But you can kind of know the year by the systems that were featured here. You got the Jaguar, Atari Jaguar, Virtual Boy, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 3DO, Sega CD, Sega Saturn. So this was like right in that time, maybe 95, I would say, 96. Maybe 95, 96. I'm thinking more 96. But I don't know, it's got some advertising in here. It looks like it was probably during Christmas time. It says special thanks to all the participating partners who made this catalog possible. Acclaim Entertainment. I'll just name the ones I know. Konami, Nintendo of America, and there's several other ones here. But I'm not gonna name them all. But I mean, that's just who made the magazine possible, I guess. And then there's coupons here, and I like that none have been cut out. Coupons for Romance, the Three Kingdoms, NBA Give and Go, NBA in the Zone for PlayStation Long Box. Oh, here's a Lunar for the Sega CD, an RPG game probably right there. So then there's what I seen about this. Okay, then there's advertising. I love this stuff. And then there's an order form, and it shows the Gold Star 3DO. I vividly remember seeing all this stuff, but who could get it all? I mean, and then there's an order form that hasn't been filled out. If you wanted to order through this catalog, which is VLM Entertainment Group, probably partnered up with Sears to do this. Then there's a whole list of all the games with the prices. It says Sears Catalog number 10. When ordering, please refer to the catalog number. Wow, all these systems. Wow. So it has a list for all them systems right there. If you want to freeze it, I don't know if it's coming in good. But if you want to freeze that to see, those are all the consoles that were available. And they're all in here, game by game. I mean, with the prices for all the games. Look, so it's like kind of like the Funko paper you used to get that had all the games. See, here's Genesis games in alphabetical order. Just to give you an example of a price or something, in alphabetical order. So Sega Genesis, the first game in the alphabetical order was Addams Family, 3026. The last game was Zoop, and that was 5588. And I mean, I see some prices here for games like Toxic Crusader. Oh no, I saw some. Okay, Troy Aikman Football, $69.99. That was terrible. Some of these prices are outrageous. The Punisher, $68 for the Punisher. So Sega Saturn games, there's just a little list of those. Let's see if I see one here that's worth mentioning. I don't see any. Oh, Panzer Dragoon, the first one, that was $64.42. So none of the big hitters were out yet. I don't see any of the arts. Shinobi Legions, which is, I have that complete in the plastic case. That was for $59.54 at the time. I don't have a lot of Saturn games. So yes, things like this ain't going to be perfect, but things like this add character to it. Looks like someone tested a pen here in the cover. See that? And then when they tested that pen, they circled a couple of games on this page. It's the first time I saw writing in here, which again, sometimes it adds character. And they happened to circle, for the Super Nintendo, they circled Chrono Trigger, and it was going for $79.99. And then they circled Final Fantasy III, which was going for $79.99. So the person that owned this book at the time liked RPGs. Expensive RPGs. Yes, because then on the next page they circled Secret of Mana, and then also Top Gear 2. I remember that game. And these games are all in the $60 range. So what do we know about the owner of this book? We know that he was a Super Nintendo. He had Super Nintendo, and that's what he was shopping for. And we know he liked RPGs because he circled 3 RPGs. And he liked expensive games because all 4 of them games are almost $70 a piece. And those are the only games that were circled that I see. Yep, that's it. So that's what I mean by character. Yes, as a collector, when you buy something like this, if you had your choice between, say there was 2 of these, and one of them had no writing in it at all, that's the one you'd probably desire more because it hasn't been touched as far as writing in it, and maybe better condition, because this one isn't perfect. But when it's the only one you've ever seen and the only one available at the time, then you buy it no matter what if you like it. Then what happens is you buy the one with the writing and you find out someone scribbled here to test the pen, right? To get the pen going like this, like we all do. And then went in here and circled, like I said, 4 games, 3 of them RPG and 1 eraser, all for the Super Nintendo. So there you go. Now you find out that the owner of this book, that's what he liked. That's what he was shopping for. And I wish at this point he had written his name in here somewhere in the fill out sheet or something. But that was the only writing I saw. So sometimes they'll start filling out this sheet and they never sent it in, or they never cut it out and sent it in. But in this case, they didn't. So I don't know the name of the individual who owned this at one time, but I do know what he liked. So that's it. It turned out to be an hour-long video, and I'm going to stop this in any minute. It's going to go on an hour. It's going to be in 2 parts, obviously, because I don't know what I'm doing. And then the only other thing I could show you now is the little flyer for the Retro Expo in Hartford that I went to. Nothing much to see except what was going on. But like I said, go to Glenn's. There's some of the vendors probably. So yeah, go to Glenn's Retro Show. He's got a great video on there. If you want to see some footage of this show. And that's it. I'm done. All right, peeps. Thanks for watching. I don't care if you like or subscribe. This is not going to be my second job or anything. Just doing this for fun. So let's all have a positive feeling, a positive vibe, and even if you aren't interested in any of this, if you enjoyed it, I'm glad. If you were having a bad day and maybe I put a smile on your face, then that makes me happy. But definitely, wherever you go, have a conversation. Like I said before, I'm not trying to be a preacher because I'm far from being a preacher.